Hello everyone, this is Nanziba from Bangladesh. I hope you all are fine. Since you know, recently I have started a campaign named Let's Discover Together, where government officials, icons from different sectors will join with us from all over the world, and military, both including native and the other foreign countries of the world. And guess what? Today I have another friend of mine, a good friend of mine, in fact, and he is from world's most largest country. Can you imagine that? The country who are continuously establishing a positive image globally. The country which is not only rich in economy but also for their good leadership. So I would like to welcome a very good friend of mine and national tennis player, also a youth icon from Russia, Peter Yuzhakov. How are you, Peter?
Oh, thank you, Nanziba. Nice to see you here because thank you for invitation to your show, and I think we will a good meeting today.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, I'm really glad to have you. We're looking forward to know more about Russia from you. So, as I have already introduced you to all the audience of Bangladesh, so can you tell me more about you? I know you are a national tennis player, a youth icon, and you participate in the youth action program in 2017. So, can you just introduce more about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Peter, so I'm 20 years old. So I was studying our National Cadet Corps in Russia for 5 years, but I can't say it's like National Corps because we have in Russia like different cadet forces, like so many specialties, not like only national. So I was there for 5 years there. Now I'm studying Moscow Power Engineering Institute in Moscow. So it is a top 20 institutes in Moscow. So it's like a short information about me.
Yeah, and I feel I'm really feeling so good that I came to know more about you, that I really don't know about you before. So since you know we all have been going through a very tough time, especially the COVID-19 coronavirus. So can you just give me some of the updates about the Russia they are facing, the confirmed cases and the patients and deaths?
Actually, I can say that we have a tough situation here in Russia because, like, Russia now in the second place in the world with the most infected people. So it's like more than 300,000 people are infected here in Russia. The only countries that are ahead of us it's America, where there are like more than 1 million people. So the current situation in Moscow, because I'm living like in Moscow region, it's like 15 kilometers to Moscow. It's the most affected zone in our country. It's like more than 100,000 people are infected here. So it's a really tough information. It's a really tough situation, but I think the Russian people didn't expect it because that situation now. But the main that only I can say that index of deaf people, not too much is the only good information about this situation.
Okay, so we are all hoping for them all the best, and wish they all the patients they are suffering they will recover soon, and will have among us in a very healthy life. I am wishing all to all the patients. So now, Peter, I know Russia is a very beautiful country, and it is the country. I mean, oh my God, I just can't express. It's like the world most largest country, isn't it? So can you tell us more about Russia?
Actually, I've been more than 20 countries and I
Wow.
didn't see Russia. I just living in Moscow. I've been like, in Yekaterinburg and like St. Petersburg, Sochi. It's the biggest cities in our country. But actually, no, it's like 5 or 6 cities where I've been in Russia because Russia is, I think it's, of course, it's the largest country in the world. But if you want to see all the Russia, I can say it's you don't have enough time to know about Russia. But I think that now two big cities in our country, it's Moscow and St. Petersburg, and the third city is growing and growing. It's Sochi, where you can like on the beaches and where is the mountains. So it's the third cities where you have to be. So
Wow,
there
it's
were
very
Olympic
interesting.
Games like 6 years ago. So
Wow, it's really incredible. I'm really interested to know about the climate, especially about the snowfall. I didn't know about the season of Russia, but can you just share us about the snowfall, the season, and the climate that you have in Russia?
As I said, Russia is a very big country, so the climate is very different. So in Moscow, it's like a continental climate. I think it's the best one. But if you go to Siberia, there's like snowfalls. There is in Yakutia like -70 could be. So if you would go to Sochi, there is sunshine. There is +30 in summer. So Russia is very big, and the climate is very changeable and very
Yeah,
different.
it is. It is, and it is amazing. You know what happens in Bangladesh, Peter? We don't the snowfall. It really doesn't occur here. Okay, so we are really interested because when we see the pictures and the video and the contents about the snowfall, we get really interested and so much excited to know about the snowfall and all the things. So, how you feel in the winter season, especially when it occurs the snowfall?
Do you know, this year, this winter was so strange. There is no like, there is no. I think it was like 0 of -10 degrees there, but actually it's like -20, and a very good amount of snow here in winter. But this
Okay,
year there weren't snow, and it was really strange. So
okay.
Russian people like skiing, like figure skating, but not this winter. It was like very strange to our people.
Yeah, it is, and it is quite interesting. I really wanted to know about, especially about the Russia military and also about the NCC. You are talking that there is no NCC in Russia.
Yeah, there's no NCC in Russia because like in Moscow there's like 20 national corps, so and they specializing on the different subjects. But I think like in the near future there would be only like in India like one NCC, because like I think in 2 3 years it will be one national corps in Moscow. But now it's like more than 10 national corps. And what about Russian military? I can say that like it is one of the biggest and strongest military in our country. Look just on parade that on the 9th May we have like so many military events here. So Russian military are in a good size.
Wow, it is. It's fantastic. I see. I hope that soon they will open NCC. Are you interested about the NCC?
Yes, of course. Like I finished NCC like 2 years ago. So I visited it only 2 times, but our core it really changed since I grew it from there, and I'm really excited to look what it will be like in the near future for 5 or 10 years later.
Okay, I see. Now, I would really want to know about the education system that you have in Russia.
So, education system. It's very tough question about like our education system. I think the main problem of our education system is that Russian people know a lot of information about different subjects of they like learning, but they are not specializing on which they are just to know. It's a big problem to them. Yes, we have like ex school education, we have school education, we have higher education in the institutes or universities, but it's not help you for your future professional. It is the main problem.
Do you study English in the schools of Russia?
Of course, we have Russian, we have English, and in some schools or universities we have like third language. But do you know, like Russians cannot speak such good English because they're not traveling. I think the most important thing to know English is just to practicing your English, and if you're practicing, you'll be much
Yeah.
better English if you're not just speaking.
Yeah, it is. But I have seen you in the youth exchange program. You were quite good. I mean, not quite good. You were really good at English, and the presentation you were giving there, we all were just like, wow, surprised that look, most of your fellow cadets were not able to even speak, but you are like boom. You. I think you did a very fantastic job there, and we are all really proud of you. So now, I would like to know about the do you guys, being in a student life, do you guys study and also work at the same time?
Yes. So now I'm studying my Moscow Power Engineering Institute, and besides I'm work. But no, I'm not working in the institute. I'm work from the different side. I can say I'm work in the most growing company in Russia. So it's really tough to study and work together, but I'm trying.
Okay, in Bangladesh, what happens? We complete our higher and higher secondary education, and that we after that we look for jobs. So in Russia, I think it's quite different from us. I mean, you guys are getting educated and also earning money at the same time, isn't it?
It will be a perfect variant if you will work and study, but as I said, it's really difficult. But
Yeah.
the most perfect variant is just to study first and then work. But if
Oh,
you want to study, you have to pay money for your education, and not always your parents can help you. And
yeah,
if
I
you
got
want to
it.
study, you have to earn money and pay for it.
So it becomes tough times sometimes, right? I mean,
Yes,
doing
yes.
all the things, both of the things at a time. Okay, so Peter, can you share about the popular jobs and the professions in Russia?
I think the most popular jobs in Russia is like teachers, doctors, but IT programmers is too is like growing profession. But such professions, such doctors, teachers, they're low paid in our country. It's the biggest problem because it's the most important professionals in our lives.
Okay, I see. So, what you wanted to be in future?
In future, I'd like to be in my profession such as public relations. Like
Wow.
I like to work with advertisement, so it's really enjoyable, and I'd like to be in that profession.
I okay, that is fantastic. I want to know, after becoming 18 years old, what you guys do. I mean, what Russians do actually. Do you guys stay with your parents, or you get separated and find your own ways of lives?
Actually, no. After 18, I think not every, but I think the most people from uh, after 18 they stay with their parents because it's really difficult to find your another home just after 18. So you finish your school or you finish your course, then you go to university, and it's really difficult to live above your parents.
So you guys, do you prefer, you like to be in family or you like to be separated?
Mm. Do you know after 18, maybe from 14 to 18, you just they want to live with your parents, but when you're getting old and older, of course, you want to be independent and live alone.
Okay,
The
I
same
see.
with I'd like to be maybe I'm financial independent, but I have to live with my parents, so I can say that I'm independent in all the subjects.
Okay, I see. So, do Russians prefer, I mean, marriage, or they prefer, live together? What they prefer most?
I can say about all Russians, but I can tell you about me. At this moment, I think you have to live together. But in the near future, when you have your own home, when you're good in financial position, of course you
Hmm.
have to do marriage, then kids, and etc.
Wow, that is quite interesting. I'm wishing you all the best in your life ahead, and I hope soon I'll be able to see you in a family. And you're very much responsible. I have seen you are really used to. You can take the responsibilities, and you are really serious, and you give the full concentration on a particular thing that you really do. Now, Peter, can you just tell me about the food habits of Russia?
Explain, I didn't hear it.
Food habits. The thing you eat, food habits of Russia.
Ah, habits, yeah, I understand. Yeah. Actually, we have like Russian traditional food. Like for the breakfast, you have to eat porridge. For lunch you have to eat for surely for your first course must be a soup, and then maybe a second course, and
Yeah.
and for the lunch you like it will be after 6 or 7 o'clock. You just stay with your family and eat. It will be a perfect parent of the day.
Wow, I think that's quite interesting. Would you like to share us about some of the international icons that you have in Russia? I know there are many, but share some of the international icons that you have in Russia. Those you have in Russia.
Sure, I think we have so many like icons in our country. So we have international icons. As I'm fond of and I'm crazy about sport, I just tell you about like sport international icons such as maybe you know Roman Abramovich. He is like the owner of the football club Chelsea. So we have
Yeah,
like Elena Baeva. She is a World Olympic Games champion. We have like in the so we have so many. I just say it like 2 or 3. I
yeah.
think it's enough to say.
But I know there are lots of international icons around the world who are from Russia, and I think they all are doing very fantastic jobs in the position, no matter where what the position they are leading. So now, since we're talking about the leadership, can you just share us a few words about the global leader Vladimir Putin?
Oh, Vladimir Putin. Yeah, no, it's a tough question because
I
it's
know.
a politician question. But I'm not fond of a political question because I'm in the public relations. But I can say that Vladimir Putin is our politician leader for 20 years. So can you imagine that he's a leader for 20 years? So it's of course it's respectful. And in our country, I can say that everyone are respect him and they are fond of his for his beauties. But I can for sure that most of them are really respect him and really proud of him.
Wow, I think it's quite interesting. So you know what happens most of the time when I ask some about some global leaders, most of the people get scared, but I have seen you are not scared at all. You are really very energetic, and you are giving all the answer in a very confident way, which really makes me interested and really happy about it. I have seen that Russian peoples are they are very much open minded. I mean, they are like very friendly. They like to gossip to you, but I have noticed one thing, that you guys talk when someone get to you and started talking. Before that, you don't like to negotiate to each other, talk to each other. Why is this?
Yeah, I understand your question. I don't know how answer this question, but it's really true. Russian people maybe they're not like shareable, but they're maybe close a bit. But if Russian people understand that people with who he is talking, he is
Yeah,
like himself and he is enjoyable, he will
yeah.
start get all his time to this person. So if he don't understand that these people will help him somebody or he is not such interesting for him, he'll be close with him, you know.
Yeah. So that is also interesting, and I'm really happy that you are quite friendly, and we are really gossiping, and we are
It's
talking
like
about so much
it's
serious
really
things.
like Russian mentality.
Oh yeah, they are. So Peter, can you just like I said, that Russian people are really free-minded and they are really open-minded. Can you just share some of the difference between Russian and Asian culture that you think?
Oh, do you know, like when we were in India for 3 years ago, and I can say about you, you're very like enjoyable, open person. You just love to talk with the people. But I can say about Russian, maybe because we have like talk differences between Russian and Asian culture. Because not every Russian person knows English well. Because maybe they are shy because of it, and they like have talk differences. And
Yeah.
I think it's the main problem and the main difference uh, between Russian and Asian culture.
Yeah, it is. So what is the thing that you most like about the Asian culture?
Hmm?
The
Must
thing,
know, yeah.
yeah. Yeah,
Do
that
you know
that thing that you like about the Asian culture.
uh, Asian country? Do you know last time when I was in India, it was like 3 years ago when we were meet. I
Yeah,
didn't understand your Asian food. It was so spicy for us. We could
yeah, it
we could
was.
only eat rice. I didn't imagine what would I eat there, and it was really strange for me because of the spice, you know. Uh, and this thing, I just can understand how you eat such spicy food. Maybe you can understand me.
Yeah, I can. The thing, I would just have to ask, do you like anything about the Asian culture apart from the spicy foods?
I the Asian people are so friendly, and I really like it. I just can't to see just see your face. I can say you're so friendly and so excited, and I'm so proud to talk with you and really enjoyable.
Thank you so much, and I'm so really much happy and proud to have you in my show. Since I was sharing with the viewers of mine, you are a sports person, you are a national tennis player. So can you tell us about the sports of Russia?
For sure, the first sport and the most popular sport in our country is hockey. So like so many Russian people are playing
Mm-hmm.
hockey, and we have won so many world championships in hockey. So the second sport, I think, it's football, and football becomes the same sport in our country since we hosted the World Cup 2018, and every Russian person since there are really fond of this sport, and our football like growing since then. And athletics. So in the third place, athletics. So we also good in athletics. I
Yeah.
think these sports are the most popular in our country.
Okay, that's quite incredible, in fact, and I am really proud of you that I have seen some of the pictures in your Facebook profile about you are playing tennis. I think you're really good at it, isn't it?
Yes, I was like a professional tennis player, and I
Yeah.
started to play when I was only 7 years old.
Okay.
And when I
Wow.
was a kid, I was a dream to be a professional tennis player, to win many championships and tournaments. But I finished it for 4 years
Yeah.
ago, and I was in top 100 in my country, so I was in top 100 in Russia,
Yeah.
and I was really dreaming to be a professional and earn money on on this sport. But then I entered to our cadet corps, and then I didn't have enough time to practice like a professional, so then I just have to finish my career, and now I'm just play for myself, for my fun, for my enjoyment.
But it's fine. I think you have played enough. I mean, you have started from such an early age, and still you're serious in the particular subject that you are studying. I think wishing you good luck, and really, I hope that whatever you do will be the best. I really wish all the good wishes for you. Now let's just come to a in a serious topic. Like, what do you think about the LGBT community?
You know, it's a big and it's tough question for Russian people because they don't understand LGBT, you know. But I think maybe in past 3 years, or no,
Mm-hmm.
in the future, maybe 10 years, about Russian mentality will change. But now, as you can see on Russian mentality, they don't understand LGBT.
Okay. Okay, now just talk about something different. I mean, really encourageable. Okay, I have seen that the Russian girls are really beautiful. They are really energetic and quite smart. Can you tell what do you think about women empowerment?
Uh, about Russian, yes, of course, like, but I saw the ranking of the most beautiful women, and Russian women were in the second place. And do you know who was in the first place? The first place was on Ukrainian side. Do you know Ukrainian
Okay.
and Russia are like the pretty between we are neighbors. So yes, I can say that Russian girls, Ukrainian girls are the most beautiful. But I can say that you, Nanziba, you're look very awesome. Also, you're very beautiful girl.
Oh, so nice of you. Thank you so much. But I think, yeah, I do agree with you that Russian girls are really beautiful. Can you give us some of the example of the women icons that you those you have in Russia?
Yes, we have so many like international Russian women like so successful. But I can say like last example is like Anna
Mm-hmm.
Shishkova. She is an actor, and she was in the film like was and he was filmed by so I don't remember for but yeah, she's very
He was doing very
successful
good. Yeah.
last days. Like we have so many sportsmen of the women, they're really successful, so I'm really proud of our women.
Yeah, we all are proud of her also. Now, Peter, if I give you opportunity that you have become the prime minister, the honorable prime minister of Russia, what is the thing that you like to change in Russia?
Yeah, you asking if I would be prime minister. Do you know in our country president are above prime minister, but I know in India prime minister are above president. So if I would be president in our country, I would change, of course, an educational system, because as I said, we have many problems in this case, which I want to
Mhm.
change.
Wow, I think this is a good point that you have shared with us. Now, apart from all the serious topic, let's again come to the Asian religion, and so what's the thing that you really like about the Asian culture, and the thing that you think you really want to have in Russia?
Can you please repeat the
Yeah,
question?
I can
I
repeat.
just
I know
connection
the
from.
thing, the Asian culture you really wanted to adopt in Russia.
Yeah, understand. Of course, friendliness. Or no, because you're Asian people. You're so friendly. I can't say about our Russian because no, if you would visit Moscow, you'll understand what I mean, because every people in Russia, they are in a hurry. They are going from different places, and you can just ask someone because they are in a hurry. So if Russian people will be more friendly like you, they will be better.
Wow, and I hope they will become friendly. And you are quite friendly. I have seen you. Now, Peter, would you like to? What do you think about Bangladesh when you hear the country of Bangladesh? What first comes to your mind?
Oh, do you know? I didn't know more about Bangladesh, but before our stream, I checked some information about Bangladesh, and I saw a fact that you celebrate Happy New Year on the 13th of April, not on the
Yeah.
1st of January. Why? Tell me.
uh, because we have our own Bengali culture, and the New Year we called it Pohela Boishak, and we celebrated in the 14th of the April. Yeah, and the best
Yeah,
part
yeah.
about Bangladesh is we are the only nation in the world who sacrifice our life for our mother tongue, which is Bengali.
And I know you some more information that, of course, in Bangladesh you're like overcrowded, and so like your population
Yeah.
one of the most in the whole world.
Yeah, it is. We are really crowded, and we are trying to, develop, and we are getting developed day by day. We are trying our best. It's a beautiful country. Where you will go, you see green areas, and you will enjoy the natural beauty. And we get independent. We really worked a lot about, especially about the population case. But day by day, like I said, we are trying to develop. Yeah. Now, Peter, would you like to share something about, what's the point that you think, from your point of view, that you think is really need if you want to become successful?
Oh, I think there is a lot of things that you have to do if you want to be successful, but
Yeah.
I can answer that it's time management. If you will
Mhm.
if your time manage your time, you'll be more successful. So responsible. If you will not be responsible, you cannot be successful. responsible is one of the most important things if you want to be successful. So I think these things, if you're not to do these things, you can be a successful person.
Yeah, it is.
And of
And
course,
thank you so much. Mhm.
you have to do this your deal if you are excited, and if you're crazy about your deal, it is the only reason that you will be a successful person.
Yeah, I think dedication is really important. The thing that you are doing, you have to be focused on it, on the particular thing specially, and you just can't give up. You have to look forward, isn't it? So, Peter, we really came to an end. I don't want to leave you, but the fact is, we all have a limitations of time. So, but before I end it up, I would like to hear something, some few sentence in your language. But remember, you have to translate it, okay? Because I don't understand Russian language.
Yeah.
So
What do I
please,
have to do on
yeah.
Russian? What do I have to tell on Russian?
You have to. Would you like to share anything in your language to Bangladesh?
Окей. So, мне было очень приятно поговорить с тобой, Нандиба. Мне очень было приятно то, что ты пригласила меня как раз и на эту видеоконференцию, потому что мне кажется, что именно сейчас, в такое тяжелое время, мы должны делиться своими эмоциями с разными странами и показывать, какая у нас сейчас обстановка. So now I will translate.
Yeah. Okay.
I'd like to thank you, Nanziba, that you invite me to your show, and it's very important to share with all the countries the duties and say some grateful words to each other, and will help us in the near future.
Wow, fantastic! Thank you so much. So I'd like to say to all the Russians in my language, Bengali. Would you like to hear it?
Of course, yeah.
Hello, Peter. Can you hear me? Are you hearing me?
Oh, yeah, now I see you.
Okay.
I
So what
think we
just
have.
happened that we had a little bit connection problem since you joined from far away. Thank you so much joining. Before the connection was corrupted, I was sharing with you that would you like to hear anything in Bengali?
Of course, yes. I'd like to hear your voice. You have so beautiful and nice words that I like to hear it. Of course.
Okay, so let me just share and I will translate for you. Okay, I'd like to say that রাশিয়ার সবাইকে অনেক অনেক শুভেচ্ছা। আপনারা সবাই অনেক ভালো থাকবেন এবং সবসময় আমাদেরকে সাপোর্ট করবেন। ভালো থাকবেন সবাই। So let me just translate. Okay, I have delivered good wishes to all the Russian people, and I wishing that they will have a very healthy and a good life and successful life ahead.
It really good words about you, and one more I'd like to tell. Thank you for invitation. It was really nice to talk with you, and I didn't see you for 3 years, and you really changed. So you're become more beautiful than you ever been.
Oh, so nice of you. And I'm really glad our handsome friend from Russia has joined with me. And thank you so much, Peter, for your such successful words. And I wish you all the best in your life. And I hope to see you as a global leader.
Maybe I can just imagine in the future where I could be stayed, but anything can change, and maybe I could be there. We only can see in the future.
Exactly. So let's hope for the best, and we only believe in positivity. Let's spread out the positivity all around the world. So, Peter, once again, thank you so much for joining with us, and welcome to Bangladesh. I hope someday you will come in Bangladesh, and we will have good times. I would like to let you know more about my culture, about Bangladesh, and all the beautiful stuffs we have in Bangladesh. Okay.
Of course.
Thank you so much. So, viewers, we were talking with Peter Yuzhakov, and he is from Russia. He was a national tennis player, and now he has become one of the youth icons in Russia. So, wishing him all the best. At the same time, before ending the live, I'd like to put a little background on it that Russia and Bangladesh relation began on 1971 when we were fighting for our freedom. They really supported us a lot, and we're really grateful to Russia. And we believe that this friendship will remain forever. So, wishing all the good lucks to both Bangladesh and Russia. So, I'm Nanziba Khan signing off. Before I say bye bye to you, stay blessed, stay humble, don't be selfish. Don't only think about yourself, think about humanity, and obviously stay safe and take care of yourself. I'm Naziba Khan signing off. Thank you, Peter, for joining with us again.